Hello everyone, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to Ultimate General Civil War. This is part 25 of our Grand Campaign Let's Play, fighting as the Confederacy, to see if we can win independence for the South. We just fought the Battle of Antietam. This video is going to be bringing a live stream that I conducted a few days ago past the Battle of Antietam and into the Battle of Corinth, the first battle of the Winter Campaign of 1862, which culminates in the Battle of Fredricksburg. But this video is going to open up with some logistical work as we reorganize the army and replace our casualties following the bloody Battle of Antietam, where we lost about 14,000 casualties but inflicted more than 40,000 on the Union in a decisive victory for the Confederacy. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and sit back and relax and allow you guys to enjoy the stream as we reorganize the army and ultimately fight the Battle of Corinth. Daryl Lynch, but overall, not much in the way of injured officers. The Stonewall Brigade's officer was injured. They also lost quite heavily. Let's go ahead and assign their replacement. It's not going to be Robert E. Lee. Need a brigadier general for sure. We'll buy William Mahone. So William Mahone will be that. We'll go ahead and use rookies up to the point where we'd risk losing our experience, which is not at all. So we can completely replace them all with rookies. The Enfield Brigade, not quite the same. We'll have to use some rookies. I'm also going to have to use some veterans. Veterans are expensive. I don't like doing it if I don't have to. We can do the same thing for Arnold's Brigade. Of course, when you do it this way, you do lose a lot of experience. We actually lost quite a few brigadier generals. Do we have any reputation we want to spend? Let's spend it on AP Hill. Let's get a AP Hill in here, a good brigadier general to command this brigade. You can see here, even with using rookie reinforcements, though, like some of these brigades, their experience levels are really bumping up. The Orphan Brigade lost like 5 troops. And we're also going to replace one of our, I guess we'll make Lee the commander of the 3rd Corps until we have another corps. That'll mean we've got a major general here. 1st Corps is all commanded by major generals. 2nd Corps, we'll go ahead and replace Thomas Edwards with James Longstreet. Sorry, Longstreet, you're getting demoted to a division commander. And then we're going to use Edwards to command the Lorenz Brigade. Actually, Preston was promoted to brigadier general as well, or to major general as well. We're going to go ahead, use a colonel here. Place this major general with a brigadier general. I think we're going to end up having some major generals commanding divisions, or commanding brigades. Maybe not quite yet. We've got a few that we can kind of bump around here a bit. Trying to keep our command structure ideal. You don't want to have a brigadier general, in my opinion, or a major general, in my opinion, commanding a brigade, so we may end up having a few just because we've got too many major generals. But right now, all of our divisions now have major general commanders. 2 of our 3 corps have lieutenant generals commanding. The one exception is our corps, which we're not going to... I don't really care. I'm not going to... experience. I'm not going to replace my commander. Speed, stamina, for melee, and radius. We'll do that. Alright, so 2 lieutenant generals and ourself. So the 1st Corps, we're still building back. I know this is enthralling to watch.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. Yes, sir. It is enthralling to watch. Okay, we've got at least one brigade we're going to have to figure out here.
Sir, yes, sir.
But I want to get everybody up to full strength before I worry too much about building a new brigade. Okay. Some of these brigades are going to be tricky. They're going to be expensive because they are 2-star brigades and they're you know, it's not like they're just barely 2-star brigades. You can see here I'm balancing, keeping these traits maxed out. If this drops below this bar, they'll drop to a 1-star, which I don't want to do. 2-star really makes them a substantially better option. Okay, need to go ahead and pick their traits, which are going to be firearm, reload time, and accuracy. We're going to make them firearms experts. So the first corps is rebuilt. That's where the bulk of our casualties came. There certainly were some heavy casualties in the second corps. The third corps didn't really lose much at all. Brigadier General Pickett commanding this brigade. They're now a 2-star as well. So again, a lot of troops gained enough experience to become 2-stars and become a pain in my neck in terms of reinforcing. Not as much here in this corps.
Sir, yes, sir.
You can see some of our troops, we didn't have enough weapons. So we've got to pay a little bit to get some of their weapons purchased to max them back out as well. Our cavalry gained a lot of experience. They became a 2-star cavalry brigade. And I am going to pay the arm and a leg to max them out. $20,000. Melee, definitely the way to go with those guys, given their job and their arms are all melee weapons. We didn't lose any brigades in the second corps. Okay, Wilcox Brigade. Alright, so the second corps is completely rebuilt. The first corps has one brigade we need to buy, but the second corps does not. Everything's maxed out. And on to the final corps. Some of these units we no longer have weapons for, so you see we're spending money to buy them. At least in these, the bulk of the third corps is using... These guys have mats. They're going to have to buy a bunch. But we get this brigade back close to full strength. That cavalry brigade armed with Lamats. Last time we didn't have enough Lamats to get everybody armed up. We now have enough guns as well to build this Parrot battery to a full battery. We've got 10 guns that we captured from the Federals. Thank you very much, Yankees. We also now have 2 more 20-pound Parrots that we can purchase. Because between campaigns, your arsenal kind of gets reloaded. That's rebuilt. Everything's maxed, everything's maxed, everything's maxed. Alright, so we need 1 brigade in the 2nd Division. What are our weapons at the moment? Pretty clear, it's going to be with a Harper's Ferry weapon. Our barracks in terms of our officers... What do we have in the academy? We don't think we have any major generals to draw from in the academy. We've got a colonel, Clinton, that we can buy. We don't have anyone we can recruit over here. So it's going to be a lieutenant colonel. It's going to be Willie Amon. And he's going to be equipped with Harper's Ferries 1855s because we've got a bunch of them in the arsenal. So we'll go ahead and do that. Go ahead and free brigade, if you will, with elite weaponry. And they also start off as a 1-star. So there you go. Our forces are all replenished. We still have $170,000 that we can use to spend on new weapons. We also have over 7,000 Harper's Ferries, which we captured from the Federals, which we can also use to equip some of these brigades with new weapons. So the 1st Division is all still Enfields. 2nd Division is all still Lorenz's. Well, actually, 1 unit has Harper's Ferries. And I'm going to equip, actually, the entire 2nd Division with Harper's Ferries. Make it uniform across the board. It's a better weapon than the Lorenz. If you look at the chart here, it has lower melee but substantially faster reload speeds with equivalent accuracy. Did I just give them Enfields? Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. I just bought 2,000 Enfields. Oh well, someone else is gonna... I'm gonna need to equip another brigade with them. So, I was looking at the wrong gun. Lorenz versus the Harper's Ferry here. You can see substantially lower melee, but better efficiency and better reloading. So it's even better than the Enfield. But all of these brigades now have Harper's Ferries, which I think Means we don't have enough to equip any more troops. We do have an Enfield, 2,000 Enfields we can use. No one in this corps needs it. I don't think anybody in the second corps needs it either, unless we want to just replace their Mississippis, but I think I'm content not to do that. So the third corps, we don't have many rifles. These first two brigades had rifles. We have some palmettos. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and use the 6,000 Lorenzas that we just acquired by replacing the weapons in the first corps to equip 3 brigades with Lorenzas here in this corps. And it leaves us with 2,000 Enfields as well. So the third corps, give these guys Enfields.
Yes, sir.
Well, there's only 2 infantry brigades in the 2nd Division. I didn't realize that the cavalry and artillery were doubled up there. I might want to see if I can reorganize. In either case, the entire 1st Division in the 3rd Corps now has rifles. The entire 2nd Division in the 3rd Corps now has rifles. And all we have is 3 infantry brigades, or 4 infantry brigades in the 3rd Division that don't have rifles. I think I've got enough money to buy them rifles. The question is what we want to buy them. I think we're going to go with Springfield 1855s. That's selling. We need to buy, that's $50,000, jeez. So we've got 311 of them, so we need to buy 600 and, is it 89? I can't do math. For about $40,000. Yep, that gives us 2,000. We don't have Harper's Ferries that we can buy. We can only capture those from the enemy. There's 4 brigades we need to equip, so we can see if we can buy some Lorenzas as well. We've got 357, so that's 53. Whoops, my math was off. So that's enough for 2 brigades, equipping 2 of these brigades. Lorenzas. Fields. 2 more brigades here with smoothbores still. What do we have enough for? We can buy some Enfields, I think, but we don't have enough money probably for it. We could sell some of these. I'm not going to be using these 1842s. I'm trying to phase them out entirely. So just for the sake of simplicity, let's go ahead and sell about 8,000 of them. You know, for whatever reason, I'll keep a few in stock just in case we need them. But let's go ahead and equip this 3rd brigade with Enfields.
Yes, sir.
Smuggled in through the blockade, the British manufactured Lee Enfield. And then we've got 1 more brigade, which I don't know if we have enough rifles for. Probably going to have to go with the 1841s. Because we don't have enough rifles for any of these that we could buy. Now, we could use our reputation. That's worth calling out. We could use 15 reputation on 2,000 pattern Enfields. But if I've got the money, I'd rather spend the money and keep the reputation. So we'll go with Mississippi's there. So our entire army is now equipped with rifles. Every single unit is equipped with rifles. Let's go ahead and sell those Sharps. I'd like to now focus on starting to upgrade some of our artillery batteries to some heavier guns. The Napoleons and the 10-inch ordnance are nice early in the war, but if we can start getting some of these Whitworths, or, well, that's not realistic, but some more of the Parrots or some of the howitzers, that would be great. We could buy 8 howitzers. It would mean downsizing some of our batteries, but like we could use some reputation on these howitzers. We could have a 16-gun battery with 24-inch or 24-pound howitzers. They do a lot of damage, especially in those close-in battles like what we just fought. Yeah, so that fight's good. Let's go ahead and save. And again, we could raise quite a bit of money, given everybody has rifles now. If we want, we could raise quite a bit of money by selling some of these, you know, 4,000 palmettos, $32,000. Springfields we have left, we'd have about $90,000 by selling off just the smoothbores we have, which would put us back over $100,000, but I'm keeping some of these in stock just in case we lose really heavy casualties with a unit that we don't have enough weapons to replace them. We could always fall back to some of these weapons. And they carry over, so there's no reason not to. 62, keeping some of that reputation also gives us a big morale boost of 6 morale boost, you know, so that can also be useful. All right, folks, let's go ahead and jump into the Battle of Corinth. Yeah, a Western battle. 3rd of October, 1862. Our army is deploying to attack the Yankees north of Corinth. We need to seize this town, a critical junction in northern Mississippi, and disrupt federal lines of communications. You will lead the attack on the federal exposed left flank. Their positions at Memphis Road is exposed, leaving a significant gap near their center. If you move swiftly, you can crush them before the Yankees send reinforcements. I'm a little bit embittered by the fact that both Albert Sidney Johnston and Robert E. Lee are ranked higher than me. Often I don't like to, send in elite troops for these kind of battles, but I'm going to do it because I need my commander to get promoted, because I am full of vanity for my own status in the Confederate folklore. So we're going to go ahead and assign our corps with our own T.H. Butcher to command, and we're going to lead the attack on Corinth. Yankees have deployed their left flank at Memphis Road, leaving a significant gap in their center. Their headquarters are established in this farm. Attack swiftly and crush the federal flank. Okay. A little bit exposed out here. There's a lot of... Yeah, I mean, there's no real... I don't need to deploy them any particular way. Let's do this here. So we have some cavalry on here, don't we? Or all of our cavalry is in the other... I guess all of our cavalry is in the other force. I thought I had one in the first, but I guess not. Texas Brigade is going to swing wide. Arnold is also going to swing wide. 1855s are going to advance more up the middle. Mississippi Brigade will advance with them on their flank. Move the artillery here into this wood line. I think there's going to be Yankee troops in this wood line. There's like a defensive fence there, which makes me think that there will be. Let's go ahead and send some skirmishers out here to take this observation point. Hopefully it'll give us a better sense of where the Yankees are. It looks like we've got 3 hours to capture the farm. We're sending troops to do a double envelopment. Okay, so the observation point isn't giving us much. We did spot an enemy unit that is in a bit of a salient here. A weird, it's claimed as a defensive position, but that does not look like a strong defensive line. I guess we'll see how it all sorts out. The enemy has a 2,000-man brigade. Again, judging by the size of their force usually gives you some idea of size of their units, gives you some idea of how strong they are. It looks like they've got a strong defensive position here on the right flank. I didn't see that till just now, but there's a entrenchment here. I think it's best not to attack there. We'll move the Stonewall Brigade this way. Move the Enfields over here. 1855s will swing wide. I'm assuming when it says they have an exposed flank, it's over here. Who's charging? Who's cheering like someone's charging? Where are they running to? They just like charged into the wood line. I guess another brigade's going that way. Gonna expose their flank though. I could just advance the Mississippis over here and engage the enemy that way. Granted, we are kind of in the open with our 1855 brigade. You can see there we definitely took it on the chin on that volley. But it evens odds up when we've got multiple brigades all engaged. No idea why the AI is charging aggressively like this. Seems kind of foolish. Okay, I think we'll go ahead and shift these guys this way. Gotta get more of our troops into battle here. These guys don't, their flank doesn't seem so exposed. Okay, 3 brigades firing on Oglesby is enough to drive him from his position. Yeah, the enemy flank seems much stronger than I thought. Alright, Arnold's gonna take that on the chin. But I think they've got a bit of a salient here that we can push into kind of more central to their positions here. So I think they're kind of exposed here. Arnold just lost a whole bunch of men for no real purpose. Baldwin is exposed, I think. There's our general. THG, or TH Butcher, come forward. Alright, Baldwin's brigade's been driven out of his position there. Good, good. And now we can crack the enemy's, not really the flank, but more like the center. We raise some of these reinforcements in here. These guys seem way overextended on that defensive position, but I don't really care. What's my artillery doing? Not terribly effective, but it's not really an artilleryman's battlefield here, I don't think. Okay. All right. Damn. Yankee reinforcement. Oh shit. I don't want to lose that supply wagon. We don't have any cavalry. God damn it. I didn't know they were going to get reinforcements showing up. Hopefully it's just enemy horsemen. If they're actual serious brigades of infantry, that could be a bit of a challenge. As we push here on the objective. What do you mean, Newhauser? I guess I didn't see. More of a strategic version, total control one side or the other instead of tactical. Yeah. Sorry, I'm kind of focused on the battlefield. I feel like this game gives you a lot of control. I guess I'm used to the sort of, what do you call it? I'm used to the Scourge of War model, if you will, which is much more limited in terms of control, where you're often only commanding a small piece of the battlefield. They do have enemy infantry coming up. Let's get some skirmishers over here, some artillery up in support. We don't have everybody engaged. We can easily, I think, hold off the enemy here. Alright, so we broke Allen's brigade out of their defensive positions, so I think we should be good to take this objective. I'm losing more men than I wanted to lose, certainly, but overall things seems to be going okay. This is tough terrain to attack there. I should have gone with the kind of rookie corps, not rookie, but the less experienced corps, if you will. But I didn't. I played to vanity. Wait, Stonewall, I didn't want you to actually move forward and attack them at point blank range. What did you... I never told you to do that! Thought I told you to just, you know, engage them, not charge them. Yikes. Move the artillery up here. It's not doing much good in the front there. Where are we at casualty-wise? Hold the farm, that's our only objective. There's no draw conditions. Just you win or you lose. There's no middle ground in this fight. Okay, well that shouldn't be an issue then. Alright, Texas Brigade, turn your flank. Trying to destroy the enemy artillery, because that's really, I think, the big killer in any fight like this. Alright, so I think we've won. The enemy could advance against the Stonewall Brigade. They got a couple of decent-sized brigades, but I'm hopefully masking a large artillery force in these woods. They can't just easily overrun. I can always pull another brigade back if I need to. But I don't even know if they'd arrive in time. Like, literally we just have to turn around to face them. There's only a couple of brigades that are coming against us, so... Definitely lost more manpower than I would have liked. This is tough terrain. Like, you've got kind of the one enemy salient that you can attack, but the problem with that is even in that that salient, you're essentially, once you break that first unit in the line, the rest of the units are all in good defensive cover. Lost a brigadier general wounded. Alright, I guess this will be a battle we'll continue after the end of the fight. I want to see what I can do. I've already lost more men than I wanted, so maybe we can just see how much of the enemy army we can destroy. I think that'll be my objective. I don't know why he's exposing his flank to our artillery. It seems foolish. Our guns actually can turn fast enough to keep up with him. He's also exposing his flank to the Lorenz Brigade. Alright. Continuing to drive them through tough terrain. But we do have that morale boost. Oh god, 1855s, you're losing a lot of men. But at the end of the day, let's just keep up the pressure, my boys. We will win in the end. I think. We will win through to absolute victory. That must be the objective. Oh shit, canister. Destroy the enemy. Destroy, Will Robinson. Destroy. I've heard that he wanted to arm his men with pikes. Well, you know, pikes had their utility, right? Alright, Sears. Retreating. Honestly, I think meleeing with these guys might be the better tactic, because trading volleys in bad terrain for us is probably not ideal. But with our morale bonus, if we can break the enemy and get them running, then we can just kind of gun them down. Oh, there's a brigade in our rear. Allen's brigade. Just like marching past us. Just like la-di-da. So there you go. That's silly. Like, oh, we cut him in two. Well, yeah, sort of. Sort of. But not really. But sort of. But yeah, if you can get them running and they're not shooting back at you, I think meleeing becomes a much more appealing tactic in a fight like this, where terrain kind of sucks and the enemy doesn't have an overwhelming advantage in terms of manpower. You get them on the run, you basically make them unable to respond with volleys, and then you just gun them down at leisure after they're running. At least that's what I'm trying to do here. McPherson. Now I've got them in the open here. Again, now they're routing, so we can just keep pursuing. Chase them into the corner of the map and destroy them. At least we'll win the casualty battle, right? Such a weird fight. They've got a whole bunch of reinforcements coming. Wrong spot on the map, anyway. Okay. Again, the enemy's retreating. Orphan Brigade, charge them that way. I feel like this really closely resembles another battle or two that I've fought, where we just kind of drove them into the corner and beat them. They do have some cavalry over here, so we'll pull the Texas Brigade back. But in essence, just kind of chase them around the map and shoot them till they're all dead. Man, I lost a lot more men here than I wanted to, though. Alright, it's actually going to be more of a pain, I think, to chase these guys around and destroy them than it's going to be worth. Just because I'm a little bit lazy. So, I think we'll probably just let time run out, win the battle. And go from there. Maybe not. Maybe we do chase him and destroy him. I don't know. Like, I'm torn. I'm really torn on this, on what I want to do. Just so much work to run around the map. Oh, I didn't want to click finish, if I even did. 4,000 casualties, 8,000 for them. That was not a happy battle. That is not how I wanted that fight to go. Did capture 15 parrot guns, though, so that's good, I guess. Victory! Although not a victory that I'm pleased with. 3,800, so we lost more men than we got back. I don't think it's going to be an issue replacing our losses, though, within a reasonable budget. I don't think it'll cost too much. We should have enough money, I guess is what I'm trying to say. First Division's losses replenished. Second Division replenished. 3rd Division punished.
Yes, sir.
Alright, we just got the Orphan Brigade that we need a new commander for. We'll go ahead and buy Lieutenant Commander or Lieutenant Colonel. And there you go. So all of our losses replenished pretty easily. Career, 1 more to economy. 4 more battles till economy's maxed out. Our general gained some prestige at the cost of our soldiers' lives. Yankees had 89,000 in their pool before. With their casualties, that pool drops to 83,000. And we've got the Battle of Prairie Grove coming up. But that battle will be a fight for another time. I'm going to go ahead and sign out here. I hope you guys have all enjoyed this video and the series as we continue to progress toward potentially ultimate Confederate victory. We haven't lost yet so far, so things seem to be going well. But that will be where we pick it up next time. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and as always, this is the Historical Gamer saying thank you for watching, and I'm out.